It was a brilliant day, and instead of going straight home from school, Pearl dawdled. She watched the grown-ups in town at their grown-up work, things she might someday be doing. She looked in at the bakery on Parsnip Lane. On Cobble Road, she stopped at Maltby's barn and stood gawking at the old gaffers. Later, she sat on the ground in the forest between school and home, and spring was so bright and beautiful, the warm air touched her so tenderly, she could almost feel herself changing into a flower. Ah, I love everything. So do I. Where are you? Look down, I'm the bone in the violets near the tree by the rock on your right. You talk? In any language. Habla español, razumiesh po polsku, sprechen Sie Deutsch, and I can imitate any sound there is. You're a bone. How come you can sneeze? Well, I don't know. I didn't make the world. May I take you home with me? Wonderful bone? Well, you certainly may. Well, I've been alone a long time. A year ago, come August, I fell out of a witch's basket. Well, I could have yelled after her as she walked on, but I didn't want to be her bone any longer. She ate snails, cooked in garlic at every meal, and was always complaining about her rheumatism and asking nosy questions. Well, I'd be happier with someone young and lively like you. Pearl was eager to show this bone to her parents, and she could guess what would happen when she did. She would tell them about the talking bone. Her mother would say, "You're only imagining it." Her father would agree, and then the bone would flabbergast them both by talking. The spring green sparkled in the spring light. Tree toads were trilling. Oh, it's the kind of wonderful day when wonderful things happen. Like my finding you. Like my finding you. The bone began to whistle a walking tune that made the going very pleasant. Hand over the purse! You can't have my purse. What's in it? I'm in it. The robbers didn't wait around to hear the rest, in case there was any more. They fled so fast you couldn't tell which way they'd gone. Did you see them run? Suppose we showed them. They continued on their way, joking about what had just happened and chatting about this and that. Scared, huh? Oh, I certainly was. Well... Hold everything. You're exactly what I've been longing for. Young, plump, and tender. You will be my main course at dinner tonight. Unhand her, you villain, or I'll bite your ears off! Who is that speaking? A ravenous crocodile who dotes on fresh fox chops, that's who! As I live and flourish, a talking bone. I've always wanted to own something of this sort. The bone roared and ranted, to no avail. Pushing Pearl along, the fox set out for his hideaway. Oh, no. Oh, please, Mr. Fox, may I have my bone back, at least until I have to die? Oh, all right. You must let this beautiful creature go on living! Have you no shame, sir? Why should I be ashamed? I can't help being the way I am. I didn't make the world. You coward! You worm! You odoriferous wretch! Shut up, or I'll eat you. It would be amusing to gnaw on a bone that talks and screams with pain. No. I know how you feel. I'm only just beginning to live. I don't want it to end. I know. Isn't there something we can do? I wish I could think of something, but I can't. I feel miserable. What's that? He's sharpening a knife. Oh my goodness. And what's that? Sounds like wood being put into a stove. Oh, I hope it won't all take too long. Vinegar and oil? He's preparing a salad. Oh, Bone. Say something to comfort me. You are very dear to me. Oh, how dear you are to me. Be brave. I regret having to do this to you. It's nothing personal. Yabam! What was that? Yabam sibibble, jibrakan sibibble de grey! Alabam, chinook bibobbit gibuzzle! Adunis ishgulak gibakan yabap! Scrabbled it! I didn't know you could do magic. Neither did I. Well, what made you say those words? I wish I knew. They just came to me. I had to say them. I must have picked them up somehow, hanging around with that witch. You're an amazing Bone. And this is a day I won't ever forget. It was dark when they reached Pearl's house. The moment the door swung open, she was in her mother's arms, and right after that, in her father's. Where on earth have you been? We were frazzled with worry. Pearl didn't know what to say first. This bone can talk. A talking bone? Why, Pearl, it's only your imagination. A talking bone? Why, Pearl, it's only your imagination. Only your imagination. You have an exceptional daughter. It was all too much for Pearl's parents until they got used to it. What did you say? Oh, what did you say? All day long. Why, but we have another day back tomorrow. Oh. The Bone stayed on and became part of the family. Anyone who happened to be alone in the house always had the Bone to converse with, and they all had music. whenever they wanted it, and sometimes even when they didn't.